Welcome, Marketing Mondays attendees. It is 8 p.m. on November 21st. We are knee deep in our Marketing Mondays. It's so exciting to see everyone back. Before we kick this off, I'd like to welcome our Club Growth Chairs. I'll start off with Zinnia Ship. She is our new Club Resource Chair. Z, would you like to share your role in Club Growth?
I hope I'm not boring you by telling you that I am behind the scenes identifying areas in your division that are in desperate need of a Toastmasters club. I put that information on the drive and you can research and find those communities, organizations, and reach out to them to make sure we create or start a new club.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Zinnia. We appreciate you serving in Club Growth. We also have Troy Rocket. He is our Club Quality Chair. Troy, would you like to introduce yourself and let us know what you do for the district?
Sure. Thanks a lot, Elizabeth. I'm Troy Rocket, your District 56 Club Quality Chair for Club Mentors. As everyone knows, our district mission is to build new clubs, and we are here to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. Excellence is one of the core values of Toastmasters, along with service, integrity, and respect. Excellence is something that we all strive for every day and something that new clubs sometimes struggle with. Therefore, I encourage each of you or your fellow officers to invest in the future of District 56 by volunteering to be a new club mentor. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Troy. We appreciate all you do in Club Growth and for the district. We also have Pamela McCown. She's also part of our Club Growth team. Pamela, would you like to introduce yourself and share what you do?
Sure. Hi. Didn't know if I was going to be here tonight, but here I am. Yes, club sponsors. Again, it's investing in new clubs, just like Troy was saying. And certainly you want to be a part of that because it's sharing the Toastmasters program with more people and changing people's lives every day, one at a time. We have several clubs that are in the making right now, and we are always in need of new club sponsors. So if you want to do a club sponsor, club mentor, or club coach, go to District 56, toastmastershouston.com, go to the programs page, check it out. There's a way to fill out a survey there and put your name in the hat. Tell us what time of the day, day of the week, and your availability to serve in whatever role that you think you might fit. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Pam. We appreciate everything that you do. We also have our Club Retention Chair, David Bell. David.
Good evening, Elizabeth. I'm going to take a little different slant this evening. I want to say thank you to those people who have stepped up this year to be a club coach. We have on the line Reap Roy. We also have on the line Keith Romaine. We also have on the line Aaron Wilton. Those are the ones that I can identify. I just want to thank those folks for being a club coach. There's a couple of others on the call who have volunteered to be one, haven't yet been assigned, and thank you as well. And some past coaches here, I know for sure. I see Javier on the line. Thank you for your service to the district.
Thank you so much, David. We appreciate everything that you do for the district and our club coaches. Also, our club sponsors and club mentors, we could not do it without you. We also have a past district director here, Gail Lever. Gail.
Yes, good evening to all of you. I admire you and all the work you're doing. It's not easy, and you're working like a well-oiled machine. So just keep it up, District 56.
Woohoo! That's pretty good. Thank you so much. I'm placing in chat right now our club coach information, as well as our club mentor and our club sponsor. We would love to have you sign up and check it out if you've never been one. And even if you have been one, we would love to have you join the club coach, club sponsor, club mentor, or all three team. We're here waiting. I also see another past district director, Marcia Hudgens. Marcia, hi. Are you able to talk? Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. I also see division directors. I see some area directors. Thank you for being here. If you can share in chat the clubs that you were with, just give a little shout out in chat your clubs so we know who all is here, and let us know if you have any open houses or anything like that you'd like to promote so we can look at it. You can add your website, anything else. I see Talking Bull. David's right on top of it. Okay. While we're adding our clubs in, I am going to share a very brief video. This video might resonate with you. You might have even seen this video before. But let's just see, after I share it, who here has seen the video. Here we go. If we just had the wisdom of geese, who here by a share of hands have seen this before? I see a few. Did you know that statistic that we get somewhere more when we're together? How many percent? Were you paying attention? What was it? It's over 70%, and it's 72% to be precise. That is a phenomenal statistic. Would you agree? Yes. I pulled up a few club websites, and I wanted to share those with you now. If you would like for me to pull up your club website, would you put your club website in chat? I would like to showcase your club website, and you'll find out why. If you know your club website, place it in chat. In the meantime, I would like to share a few websites that I pulled up while you were typing in chat. Here's one. Katie Toastmasters. Now I know we have someone here, at least one member that I know of. And if you look at their website, they showcase winners holding up ribbons. They tell you who their best evaluator, table topics, and their icebreaker speech. When we go over to Dining Out Toastmasters, they highlight the best speakers, table topics, evaluators, how many years in their membership they've been, and their birthdays. When we go over to, let's see, do we have a new one? Oh, let's see. Talking Bull. When we go to Talking Bull, do we see winners, anniversaries, birthdays? But we do see photos, which is nice, and upcoming meetings and the club officers. Anyone else want to place their website in chat? Okay. Why am I showcasing these websites? Does anyone have any idea? Come off of mute.
For PR to get attention for guests.
That's true. Anyone else?
Well,
Website is basically your club's face to the world. So.
Right. And the club website is for who?
Guests and members.
Members.
No, it's for anyone who wants to,
Prospects,
everybody-
members, and guests. Yeah.
Kathleen, you are correct. The club website is your name tag. It is who you are. Are we being like geese? Are we showing teamwork? Are we showing who we are for our guests to compel them? The number one reason why members stay in nonprofit clubs is, guess what the answer is?
Recognition.
Yes, Kathleen. Did you read my notes? Do you have a spy camera somewhere? Yes. Did you know that in volunteer leadership, as well as in nonprofit membership clubs, if we do not feel included, recognized, appreciated, heard, and seen, we will become silent. We won't show up. And we most likely will find another place to go where we feel recognized and seen and heard. We are a 100% volunteer club all over the world. And it's so important that we work together if we're going to be a successful club. How do we, as members already, showcase that we are working together in our club and we welcome guests? Not only do we welcome, we acknowledge you and we will recognize you. And one of the best ways to do that is to show by example. And what is that? We can show them on our social media pages. We can show them on our website. Now, if you would like to put in your club social media pages, place them in chat. I did pull a few up, but I really would like to see if you would like to put in your club social media pages, and let's see how often we really recognize our members. How do we show our members that they are seen and heard and appreciated? Is that what we are placing on our social media pages? What are we placing on our social media pages? Last week in Marketing Mondays, in our shared Google Drive, there is multiple files for you to download, templates or an audit on your social media pages. Why is that important? An audit on your social media pages gives you an insight into what you're placing on your social media, what you're missing on your social media. There's also a place to look at the other clubs to see what they're placing on social media and how can you improve to make your members feel better to where they want to stay, which equals retain. How do we retain our members? By showcasing them on our website and our social media pages. Now, how do we recruit? We recruit by showing potential and prospective members that we see our members and we recognize and celebrate our members. Now we have to go back a step further. And what does that look like? That's looking like our deep dive into our club officers and our clubs as a whole. Let's focus on our club officers. Are the club officers a united team? Do they work together like geese? Is everyone working on their own? Are some club officers not pulling their weight? Or maybe one club officer is pulling all of the weight? If this sounds anything like what you're going through now, I highly recognize your issues. I've been there, and it's so important to get to know and work as a team. Teamwork is so important for recruitment, development, and retainment of your members that you have now and recruiting new members. Something that I listened to over the weekend really hit a chord with me. And by a raise of hands, have you listened to the Nehemiah repair, rebuild, and reinforce when he built the wall around Jerusalem? Raise your hand if you're familiar with that story. Anyone? Am I the only one? Oh, Brad. Okay. Marcia. Okay. This is a phenomenal story. It really hit a chord with me. The walls were in disrepair for 70 years. Nehemiah was not even in the area, and he had a calling to go and rebuild the wall. And guess what he did? He had to recruit. It was a 100% volunteer leadership. How did he get all these people to work together? There are 6 principles to build or rebuild something. And I have a worksheet for you I will place in chat. I will briefly go over the 6 principles. And when I listened to this over the weekend, it reminded me that rebuilding our clubs is like Nehemiah's determination to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem with all volunteers. Now, the walls were rebuilt, but we can't do it on our own. He could not build all these walls. How did he do it? The first step is by conquer into chunks of time. Now, this is a biblical, and I apologize if you're not, if the Bible is something that you don't read or you haven't read or you don't want to read. I'm not forcing a Bible, but I'm just showing a worksheet on how we can use the Nehemiah rebuilding of the wall to help us rebuild our clubs. So the first part here on the first step is the importance of dividing the dream, right? Now, how do we divide the dream? Does anyone have an idea of how we do that? I'm just curious. Has anyone ever done that? How do you divide a dream?
Dividing a dream by making a club stronger? Is that
Right.
what-
Right. So what we do is when we try to retain our members and recruit new members, build our membership, We need to look at what we need and we divide it into smaller goals and tasks. And that is the answer to number 1 on that worksheet. Divide the dream into smaller goals and tasks. And this reminds me of when we have issues in our club, meaning we need more members. We're losing more members than we're retaining. Instead of looking at the big picture, you divide it into smaller goals and tasks. Number 2, the answer to this one is, how do we divide the dream into smaller goals and tasks? You let others share ownership of the dream. When you share ownership of the dream, your goal, what you want to see your club be, you get buy-in. When you have buy-in from others in your club, remember, we can't do it all. I know a lot of us are here and then we're the only ones in our club that are here, but we can take this back and let others in our club know that we all need to share ownership of what we want to do with our club. The third one is we organize around natural relationships. Now, what does this mean for number 3? Organize around natural relationships. Natural relationships would be something about in a geographical location. Teams and people that already know each other, that are familiar with working together. Organize teams of those that are already familiar with one another. And once you build that, then you can bring on others to help you accomplish those goals and tasks that you're dividing up in number 1. It is very important to recognize who are the natural relationships already in your club, and then you can add more to those groups. For example, if Gail and I live next door to each other and we were in the same club, she and I would be together and we would organize and we would team lead a goal for our club. And then we would ask other people to join in and we would work together as a team and constantly think of that formation of the geese. We need to be more than the power of one. We need a team. The fourth one is develop a keen spirit. Now, what does develop a keen spirit mean? Does anyone have an idea about a keen spirit? Is anyone familiar with that? Okay, this is something I really wanted to focus on. I am in 8 different clubs and I've seen a lot in other clubs. And a keen spirit is something where we focus on cooperation, not competition. And do you know how success is spelled? TEAMWORK, teamwork. I saw Marcia, I see Brent, I see Harold, I see David, I see a lot of people understanding this one. It's so good, I'm saying it again. A keen spirit is where we focus on cooperation and not competition, unless it's the speech contest. But we succeed in teamwork. And that is actually how success is spelled. And keep remembering that geese video. If we go back to our clubs, and maybe we already have a great team, but what if we cultivate more teamwork? Now, this is what we need to do. How do we cultivate that teamwork? Does anyone know? Anyone want to take a guess?
You recognize it publicly, promote it.
Excellent. Yes. I love that you said that, Harold. And let's take a quick break about that. Would you raise your hand if you feel you are appreciated in your club or clubs right now? Raise your hand. Okay. I see a few hands that did not go up. And that's okay, because we are going back to our clubs and we're going to be like geese, and we're going to cultivate teamwork. And the best way to do that is you pay attention to those working alongside of you. Remember when I shared, for example, if Gail and I lived next door to each other and we would form a team, she needs to have my back, I have her back, and we always need to pay attention to what's going on with each other. I'll give you a very short, it's already 8:25. I'm going to give you a short example. There was a woman who did not show up in one of my clubs for a while. She was always so quiet and no one really knew her. I called her 3 weeks later and she shared that she had surgery. I felt so bad that I did not know that. I made it a point, if I don't see someone one time, I will call them. You don't have to call everyone. Maybe you can do a phone tree, but someone needs to reach out and make sure you're looking to your left and you're looking to your right. Pay attention to those working alongside of you. Now, another part of a keen spirit is you don't focus on your goals, your dreams. Guess what you focus on? You also focus on that, but you focus on the people. You look on either side of you and you look at each other and you say to yourselves with each other and you say, we got this together. We got this together. And why is that so important? Because we don't know others' motivation. Sometimes we don't even know our own motivation, but we get tired. We may not show it, but inside we're tired. That's a whole other Marketing Monday session about what we are feeling inside to what we're showing is so different, but that's another session. All I can share in our few minutes we have left is don't get discouraged. You're here now for 30 minutes investing. We're all volunteers. We're investing in our club, our clubs, and our district. Don't get discouraged. Remember to look to your right, look to your left, and remember that we're all in this together and to be like geese, okay? We need to work in formation, and geese can fly how many % farther than they can fly by themselves? Do you remember that?
72.
Yes, David. Let's say it again. Working in formation, geese can fly 72% farther than they can by themselves. That says a lot. We are all partners working together. There are no places for prima donnas. Work is done in partnership, and we get more work done by working together. Just remember that. Also, it's very important to remember that we will have people, if not already, who betray us, let us down, disappoint us. Some people don't help. Some people don't want to support the dream. And the dream in this occasion is retaining members and increasing membership. Don't get upset with those people who don't want to help. Stay focused on those who work with you. Look to your left, look to your right. Look to see who's serving in a team spirit and that's investing in the willing to keep your club alive. Waste no time judging others and never stop saying thanks. The first duty of leadership is to communicate your goal of what you want to do in your club. Retain members, increase membership, whatever you'd like. And the second is to live in your keen spirit of appreciation and attitude with gratitude. When you appreciate people, you raise their value and never stop being grateful. This is what a leader is. And the best way to do this with the cherry on top is you recognize them by their name. People like to hear their name. That is why I showed some of those websites. When you announce the winners, you have their photos and their name. Don't say, oh, everyone did a great job, or y'all all did a great job. Point out the details when giving recognition. Be specific, and you recognize specific individuals for specific work, similar to the websites that I had showed you earlier. Recognize great attitude. And I would like to recognize Robert Kishnick, who is always around with the greatest attitude ever. Robert, I salute you and congratulate you with a fantastic attitude. You show up to everything and you always have a positive attitude. Now, it's 8:31, but I wanted to pull this in real quick. Does anyone know the mission and the vision and the foundation of Chick-fil-A? Has anyone ever heard go a second mile? Does anyone know what that is? Okay, real quick. You know that saying, some people just go the extra mile, right? Well, in Chick-fil-A, they have this saying, go the second mile. If you've ever been inside of a Chick-fil-A, they will refill your drink. They will do so much more than a regular fast food restaurant. Go the second mile in your club. Appreciate, recognize those to your left and those to your right that are standing next to you. And don't worry and judge about those that aren't doing work and that are not there. You don't have time for that because you don't know what they're going through. But go the second mile, say their name, write a note of appreciation every day this week. This is your homework. Write a note of appreciation each day this week. Call, mail, text, recognize people with extra effort. Now, in our shared Google Drive, I am placing a fantastic Harvard Business Review article. And I can't even tell you how appropriate this is. It just came out today. After I wrote this lesson over the weekend. It's phenomenal. You're going to love it. And before I share that with you, I want to say, let's all work together and build a team spirit. That is what this is all about, working on a team spirit. I will also share the answers to the outline that I had given you. I have all the answers if you were listening but weren't writing them down, because I did say all the answers while I was sharing. But I did want to share the shared Google Drive. For those of you who are here for the first time, will you raise your hand? Anyone here for the first time? Oh, Marcia, I thought I've seen you before. Kathleen, this is our shared Google Drive. In our shared Google Drive, we have organized it in folders of every Marketing Monday. And when you click that folder, you'll have a recording of the session with all the handouts, links, and templates to everything. The Marketing Monday link I will add to the shared Google Drive. And let me show you this really quick. Look at this. It came out November 21st. Is that a sign? Harvard Business Review, notes of appreciation can boost individual and team morale. Let me ask you this. How awesome would it be if you wrote a note of appreciation every day this week to all of your members in your club or clubs? You went to your website and you listed appreciation on your homepage. You go to your social media and you post appreciation notes. Javier, I like your background. And guess what? When a new guest goes and checks you out, they're going to say, wow, I want to be in that club. Why? Because we like to be recognized. We like to know that we're part of something, and that is human nature. We want to be recognized and we want to be a part of something. Any questions? Silence. Okay. In the shared Google Drive that I placed in there, you'll have the recording, the handouts, the articles, you'll have a template, and you'll have the geese video, plus a few more surprises I know you'll love. I appreciate all of you, David, Troy, Harold, Brent, Keith, Zinnia, Javier, Kathleen, Marcia, Andrea, Pamela, Lang, Daryl, Train, Gail, Robert, Aaron, Fatima, Brad, Mark, and Jocelyn. You are appreciated, you're recognized, you're seen, and you're heard. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
And we appreciate you, Elizabeth.
Well done.
Very appreciated.
Round of applause, round of applause.
Elizabeth, awesome, thank you.
Thanks.
Very
Thank
good,
you.
Elizabeth. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Elizabeth.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Happy
Stay
Thanksgiving.
safe, stay healthy,
Thanksgiving, everyone.
have a good
Wobble till you
holiday.
wobble.
Bye-bye, good night.
Enjoy your time in Mexico.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, yeah. Stay safe there.
Yes, thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.